who will tell the truth about canis familiaris?
Oh, what?
Canis, C-A-N-I-S,
Dogs.
and familiaris. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
somebody.
yes, from there's a CIA person here, former CIA. There's always a young person here.
I got handed a note yesterday about this, and I had never heard of element 12 in relationship to dogs, that dogs were a placement of an advanced life form on this planet. And I've never heard of this before, but I did get the note yesterday. I don't know.
Has anyone else heard about that?
I heard about that yesterday as well, Linda. So I'm in the research. But we never stop learning. No matter how old and how long we've been going on this subject, we'll always things to learn.
Perhaps the person from the CIA will go up to Linda and maybe.
Yeah, I'd like to know more.
That would be
My
great.
question is that connected to all the dog man sightings that are going on now? If there's any
I
kind of
don't
connection?
know. That person would know, and I don't think they want to say who they are.
But could I add something that's really interesting, and I'd love to know if anybody in the audience has had this experience. I know that our government has had the problem that we have collected various alien technologies from a lot of crashes, but they are made of self-activating software, and they are made with a program to return to their original source, whether it's in the Milky Way galaxy or someplace else. And that there's a man named Lou Baldwin who wrote a book, a very important book in the 90s. If you haven't read it, it's called In League with a UFO. And on the basis of that book, I met Lou Baldwin to ask him specifically, the whole book is premised around his having knowledge that the extraterrestrial technology under all circumstances cannot stay here. It will go back molecularly to where it comes from. And it was last week that I received information from somebody who's still working in our government who said, we're having a real problem because the technologies that we think that we have ensconced in Area 51 or Wright Pat, they keep leaving. Now think about that. Molecular, atomic level software made to return to its original source no matter what or where it ends up.
I can believe that actually, Linda. I mean, I can only say from when I was doing some work, I wasn't always a parapsychologist. I was an engineer when I first left school, and I was contracted to work for NATO 29 years ago. And I was introduced to a team that had already been working on a project in telecommunications with Marconi and NATO. And it was certain circuit boards which were nicknamed by the people who I met called bio boards. And I didn't understand why they were calling bio boards until I actually got working with these things. And there were biological circuits on these boards. This was 29 years ago. And it was only a couple of years ago that I read on the internet that IBM were going to be releasing information about biological circuits on boards when I started to be able to talk about it. Because at the time, I had to sign 2 official secrets acts for dealing with these. But the boards had biological circuits on them, biological memory cells that just do not ever break down. And these are all automated by 3 non-listed satellites in orbit. That's what I knew 29 years ago. But at that time I was thinking, wow, we're all going to have this in all our computers and things soon, it's going to be amazing. But yeah, I can absolutely believe that, biological circuitry, living organisms, are actually real and are still in development probably, even by our own special forces and scientific teams.
Thank you. Mary and Barbara, I think you would be great for answering this, and maybe